Sylvanus Olympio, the man who led a struggle for Togo's independence, was shortly after midnight on 13 January 1963. Olympio and his wife were awakened by members of the military breaking into their house. Before dawn, Olympio's body was discovered by the US ambassador 3 feet from the door to the US embassy. Olympio is remembered as the first president to be assassinated during a military coup in Africa. A man who had great intentions for his country, a man who had his country at heart, was unjustly and untimely killed as a result of the West. On 15th October 1987, Thomas Sankara was assassinated by troops led by Blaise Compaoré, who assumed leadership of the country shortly thereafter. Compaoré retained power until the 2014 Burkina Faso uprising. In 2021, he was formally charged with and found guilty for the murder of Sankara by a military tribunal. A young man who had his country at heart was unjustly and brutally killed as a result of quest for power. On 20th October 2011, Muammar Gaddafi was captured by the NTC forces and executed shortly afterwards. Gaddafi took refuge in a large drainage pipe with several loyalist bodyguards. A nearby group of NTC fighters opened fire, wounding Gaddafi in the leg and back. According to one unnamed NTC fighter, one of Gaddafi's own loyalists also shot him, apparently to spare him from being captured. It is so shocking to find most of these African leaders who strive for the betterment of their people being assassinated in one way or the other, being overthrown by the military through sponsorship by the CIA. Only God knows the intent these people have for Africa. Patrice Lumumba. Shortly after the Congolese independence in June 1960, a mutiny broke out in the army, marking the beginning of the Congolese crisis. After a coup, Lumumba attempted to escape to Stanleyville to join his supporters who had established a new anti-Mobutu state called the Free Republic of Congo. Lumumba was captured en route by state authorities under Joseph Mobutu, sent to the state of Katanga, and with the help of the Belgian mercenaries, tortured and executed by the separatist Katangan authorities of Moise Tombe. In 2002, Belgium formally apologized for its role in the execution, admitting moral responsibility, and in 2002, they returned Lumumba's tooth to his family. Laurent Kabila. On January 16, 2001, Laurent Kabila was gunned down in his office by one of his bodyguards and former child soldier. Rachidi was immediately killed by Kapen, who was a close military advisor to Kabila. During trial in military court, Kapen and more than 80 others were convicted of organizing assassination of Laurent Kabila and were sentenced